With our home today, we have an older Sylvania panel box, which is kind of an older, obsolete type panel box. If you notice, it's installed in a clothes closet, which is no longer an acceptable standard. Something we'll bring to our attention. We're not going to tell the client to remove it or relocate it, but we are going to tell them that this is no longer an acceptable practice. If you look right here across the top, the wires are entering the panel box and they are not properly clamped in place. Also, there's some knockouts that have been knocked out, but no wires run through them. So we'll list those as blank spaces that need to be filled. Right here, these are 40 amp breakers, and they're going over to the range and a couple other locations, and they should have trip ties on them. This particular breakers do not have trip ties. If you notice right here in between the 50, the little silver piece, those are trip ties. Also, this breaker right here that's a 50 amp breaker is listed and labeled to go to the air condenser outside. The air condenser label outside says the maximum breaker to be used is a 30 amp breaker, and we have a 50 in place. That's something that we're going to note and let our client know about. Also, this is the bus bar for the grounds and neutrals. The bus bar is not electrically bonded back to the metal cabinet, which is a shock hazard. So we're going to call that out for our client as well. And then we have multiple grounds and neutrals under one lug. They should be, under today's standards, separated in one wire per lug. Again, just kind of knowing your standards. None of it's major, all of it's repairable, but it is something that you would want your inspector to list in your inspection report and bring to your attention.